I've been using LifeWave for 6 months. It was introduced to me through someone on our team, Gary, who has been absolutely amazing. We had followed each other on Instagram for a really long time, and he had sent these patches to my sister. Of course, we threw them in a drawer for 3 months. We're like, whatever, it's just like another holistic product. And, you know, you just get so many different things and you've tried so many different things. So you just don't even really have faith in another different product. Because someone had already sent me a patch that was like a magnet thing and it was supposed to do all this stuff and it didn't work. So long story short, a person in my family has CLL. So he has a cancer that you monitor and you don't treat it. So he had these swollen lymph nodes in his neck that were the size of golf balls. I've been listening to another podcast and it was on a completely different subject, but this guy out of nowhere, he's like, I have these patches called the X39. Of course, my ears perked up. I'm like, wait a second, we have these. And he said, I have these rock hard lymph nodes and I put the X39 on each one and they could dissolve completely. So I'm like, oh my God, we're going to try and use these for my stepfather. So we used them for him. Within 30 days, the lymph nodes went down to basically their normal size. So my sister and I were like, okay, time for us to try these. What is all this? And I had gotten on a Zoom with Dr. Stacy. We talked about the science behind it and everything. And I was like, if it's going to reverse my age every time I put this patch on, you better believe that I'm going to be doing this every day. And you have to see it to believe it, right? And I saw it to believe it with my stepfather. And then I started to wear them. So I've had chronic pain my whole life. I've been a professional dancer since I was out of high school. So I've had chronic pain since about age 14 in all different parts of my body. So the first couple of days, I noticed a reduction in pain and inflammation. I have a high hamstring tear I've had for probably 15 years. And I started to notice a decrease in pain in that. Had a really, really tough hip pain. It's probably a ligament pain for a really long time. Started to see slow results with that. So I'm like, okay, this is great. Started to sleep better. My skin started to even look better because I have like some hyperpigmentation and freckles that drive me out of my mind because I've been a sun worshiper my whole life. So started to notice a lessening in that. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. The biggest thing for me that I never thought of was the frequent urination. I had what is called an overactive bladder and didn't know it for most of my life. So I'm just, maybe I have a small bladder. I don't know what it is. 6 weeks later, after using the patches every day, I went for a run really early in the morning. And then I started doing work and stuff. By the time I knew it, it was 12 o'clock. And I hadn't gone pee once. I was going every 20 minutes for as long as I can remember. Long car rides are out of the question. You know, working out of the gym is annoying. You have to stop in the middle and go to the bathroom. And all of a sudden I noticed I haven't gone in hours. That has not happened to me. And I don't even remember how long, without feeling a pressure to go, without feeling like I really had to go. So ever since then, it kind of regulated itself. And I didn't even think in my mind there was an issue with myself. I was just like, well, maybe I have a really tiny bladder and I just have to go all the time. So that regulated itself. Wow. So then menstrual cramps. I know there's a lot of women that have dealt with this. Really, really painful cycles. My first day of my period, I would be in bed the whole day or lying in the shower, no joke, for an hour. That's how bad the cramping was. And I would have to take Motrin, which I don't ever take any kind of non-holistic products. But if I didn't, I would be maybe on a murderous rampage. So I would have to take Motrin on that very first day. And once I started using the patches, as the months have gone by, it's less and less. My PMS is less and less, thankfully, for everyone that has to be around me. And my life has just changed significantly with this. And I was not a believer at first. I'm like, it's a little patch. What is this thing going to do? And then once I started really reading into it, once I started understanding the science behind it and how our infrared light in our body works with the patches, then stimulates GHK copper peptide and got into all those things, I was like, wow, this is really, we really have something crazy here. And then once I started sharing them with people on my platform and people were having all these insane results with them, I still can't believe it. I do lives every Wednesday night and I still can't believe the results that people are having in such a short amount of time. People that have been having chronic pain for years of their life are getting relief. And it's truly unbelievable. So I cannot wait to see after I've been on them a year. I'm now at 6 months. So I'm technically probably in my 20s at this point with my biomarkers, which really excites me. And it's just been really, really a fun journey learning about a product that is this amazing.